Hi, I'm Jamie Cope, and I'm with the WVU Industrial Extension, and we're here with Wes at Kanawha Scales. And Wes, we've got behind us a truck here, and that's what is produced here at Kanawha Scales, or is it this part of Kanawha Scales, correct?
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about what this truck is used for.
Okay, so this truck is used for hauling, it'll haul 20,000 pounds of test weight, and it'll haul a 5K test cart or other configurations of test cart and test weights, and it'll be used to test truck scales on site at customer sites.
Okay, so this truck tests other scales,
Yes.
right? So other scales that are weighing what, like?
Anything agricultural, asphalt, goods, just trucks that are going across the scale and need to know to not be overweight.
Okay, so making sure trucks aren't overweight, figuring out how much things are worth or how much you're going to get paid.
Yes.
That kind of thing. Okay, great. So you guys are testing the other scales, making sure they're calibrated on a regular basis, or that you're providing the equipment to do that.
Yes.
Okay, great. And all of that comes out of right here in Poca, West Virginia, and goes where?
And it goes all over the United States, all over the world. We've sent some overseas as well.
Fantastic. So this is great, and we've done a little bit of a tour. We'll dig in a little bit more, but there seems to be a lot of different jobs going on here, right? And so anybody from with a marketing background to a welding background, there could be something for them to do here at Kanawha Scales, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. And I'm here with Rick Parsons at Kanawha Scales, and Rick is going to help us get a little tour about what's going on here. So thanks for having us, Rick.
Thanks for coming, we appreciate it. So, again, welcome to Kanawha Scales and Systems, and today we are going to be touring our fabrication department with Wes Duncan, Peter Blake, and I guess we'll walk this way and
Sounds great. Thanks. About what we're seeing here.
This is Jason Smith, and he's been with Kanawha Scales and Systems now in the manufacturing department for 15 plus years. He's laying down the final coat on the 5K test cart underneath of the buggy.
Okay. So yeah, just for people who don't have any idea what that buggy is, where is this going to be? What's it going to be used for?
This is going to be used for testing truck scales. You will load your test weight inside of this test cart and run it up and down the truck scale and test truck scales.
Okay, great. And what kind of training does somebody who's doing this job have to have? I mean, did he go to school for this or self-taught?
Yes, he did go to school, but he has been self-taught here from a veteran painter.
Okay, so you guys do some training here on site as well, do you?
Yes.
Or encourage people to learn?
Yes, we do.
Fantastic. All right, so we're kind of going backwards here. So this is the piece that we just saw get painted, and now we're going to take a look at it before it gets painted. So tell us what's getting ready to be done here.
Right now, Richard Dickerson, he's fitting up the 5K test cart. He's welding everything, fitting all the bottom up, getting ready to go to the paint booth.
Okay, so how many welders do you have here?
There's 10 welders.
Okay, so you were also talking just a little earlier about how some people do different jobs, like multiple jobs, right? So if you're a welder, it doesn't mean that you just weld all day, right? You've got other things you could
Yes, we've got other processes as far as cutting out steel. If we need a painter in the paint booth, there's a couple of guys that can paint. There's multiple processes in the facility.
So it sounds like there's lots of different opportunities to learn lots of different skills here.
Yes, there is.
All right, so hi Eric, I'm Jamie.
Nice to meet you, David.
And I understand you've been working here not for 50 years, but how long have you been here?
It's been about a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're how old?
Just turned 19 in July.
19 in July. And what were the skills that were able to get you this job?
Well, I was at Putnam Career Technical Center for 2 years, I think, closer to 2.5. Did the welding program, and I graduated pretty high up in my class, and I wanted to do this type of work for a really long time. So.
Okay, so right out of the welding program, you were able to get hired.
Almost immediately, yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, are you enjoying your work here?
So far.
And are they teaching you a lot?
Oh yeah, I've learned so much since I've started working here. It's different than working it out of school. There's a lot more leeway to get things done, you know. But I'm enjoying it.
I won't tell your supervisor this. I appreciate that. No, this is really great. So, if you had any advice to somebody who was thinking about going into welding, is there anything you would tell them?
Wear clothes that won't catch on fire.
Perfect.
It's a big thing.
Okay, good deal. I'll follow that advice myself. All right, thanks, Darren.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so what are we looking at here?
They're in the process of wiring up everything on the truck, the cab and chassis itself, prior to mounting the van body on it. There's some wires, and we've got to mount the PTO and the pump underneath.
Okay, so what would their job title be? Like electrician, or what's the?
It's more so. This is just prep work that we got to do. So it would be like technician or technical. But they're just doing some work prior to us mounting the van body.
Okay, great. And about how many of these trucks come through here in a year, we'll say?
About 25.
Wow. And where do they go? Like all over the world, I assume?
Yes, all over the world.
All right, so tell me what we're looking at here.
This is a 1K weight mover. It's used a lot for livestock scales. Hard to get to scale. It'll transport 1,000 pound test weights or 500 pound test weights.
Wow. Okay, so and those are used to calibrate the scales.
Yeah. Yes, smaller platform scales that are anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 pounds capacity.
And you make all that here?
Yes.
All right, so now we're up in the engineering department, and looks like we've got some really cool stuff going on. So you want to talk about what's on the screen there and what he's doing?
Yeah, this is Craig Romeo. He is our project manager for the manufacturing department. And Craig, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing right there on the screen?
Right now I'm doing some emails to one of our suppliers, but also I'm fixing the drawings for one of the trucks that we put our weights in, and doing the weight estimates for the trucks. So some design changes on the truck van bodies.
What are some of the other responsibilities on a daily basis?
A lot of it is making sure we have enough equipment and parts from our suppliers. We have to keep the shop busy out there as they're fabricating carts. Our primary product is test carts and truck van bodies, which we're starting a new project and building our own van bodies now.
Yeah, see, you've got a CAD drawing up there. Everywhere I go, I'm hearing more about people who need CAD drafters and people who have that skill. Is that something that you were self-taught, or did you go to school for that? Or?
Yes, I learned it actually here many years ago when it first came out. I worked here many years ago and left for a little bit and then came back about 5 years ago. But CAD's been around for a while, and there's different variations of it. But yeah, I've been using it for a long time.
Sure. And you have a lot of people here who do CAD work?
Yes, we do. Most all the engineers here can do their own CAD work, but we also have a draftsman here who will do specifically just CAD drawings for other engineers.
That's great. All right, Joe, so we're in the fabrication department?
Yes.
Right? So what goes on here? Just
We just build all the boxes that go on truck scales, loadouts, like that big box over there, that's a big PLC, and it can run a whole plant, like control plant, whatever. We
Okay.
do it for other stuff too. We've done paint, like paint manufacturers, and just
Okay, so for nobody who's ever used one of these before, so basically you come up with your truck, you scan it, and it tells you how much your truck weighs.
yes.
Okay.
And it'll print you a ticket.
It'll print a ticket.
Yeah.
So similar to what's on the interstate, just
Yes.
you just don't necessarily get a ticket while you're on
Right.
the interstate. Okay,
Right.
great.
It's basically a way for a customer to collect their data and record it.
Okay.
And a lot of it will pipe back to an office, goes right to the computer, so they have it too.
Okay. So we went from seeing like the inside of a truck that's made here on scales to some stuff that's like pretty complex electronic equipment as well. So yeah, big variety of things going on here.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
great. Yeah.
And we do coal, rock, salt, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just whatever they can dream of.
And how long have you worked here, Jim?
26 years.
26 years. Wow, that's great. And have you had the same job that whole 26 years?
The first 2 years I went out and worked on truck scales and stuff, and then I started doing this. So 24 years building this stuff.
Okay. Has it changed much?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
great. That's
Well,
great. So
new
always
technology.
learn. That's good. That's good. All right, thanks,
So
Jackson.
what type of training had you had? No?
Just my military training. I was electronics in the
Oh,
military.
well, there you go.
So,
There's
it was
that's
real
some serious
in-depth.
training. And thank you for your service.
Well, thank you.
Great.
All right, so we're here with Jim, and Jim is going to tell us about loadouts. So loadouts are something that's created here at Kanawha Scales. Tell us what they are and how they're used.
They're officially called unit train batch weighing loadout systems. And
Loadouts, I'm fine with loadouts.
loadouts load bulk materials into rail cars or trucks or some sort of wagons. There are different types all around the world. And so these loadouts that we make are different than many loadouts in that they weigh the product prior to loading it into a rail car, or the truck, so that the vehicle is loaded to its maximum allowable capacity, filled very closely to what is allowed for, so it doesn't exceed railroad tolerances for weight, and it's not underloaded so that the wagons or rail cars or trucks are efficiently loaded.
Okay, so for the Jamie level, you've got all of the coal that's getting ready to be on the car, and you weigh it before it gets put in the car, and you make sure that it has as much as it can possibly hold, and then you load it in.
Right, and this is done quickly in a continuous process where the loadout system has a bulk material conveyor that's feeding material into the system continuously while the train moves under this train loading structure. And an operator oversees the operation, and continuous batches are made for the next car to be loaded or the next truck to be loaded, again, so that it's not overloaded or underloaded. It's a continuous process using a scale system in the process.
So that's got to take a lot of engineering to make sure that train car is getting full as it's moving through, right? So it's a constant motion process.
Right. There's computer systems involved. There's programmable control systems. There's hydraulic systems, mechanical gates. All of that requires all of the structural steel systems. Things that 100 some feet tall or more, depending on the capacity of it. So it requires various engineers working on different parts of it and expertise.
Sure. And these systems are set up all over the world, right?
We have more than 250 systems installed around the world. We started right here in Hooker, West Virginia, because this is the heart of coal, and it's one of the bulk materials where we cut our teeth doing this kind of thing. So, but it's phosphate, iron ore, aggregate, any bulk material you can think of that is a valued commodity that is important that you measure precisely and know that quantity of material that you put in the wagon that you're selling the product.
It's fantastic. Thanks so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, so this has been Kanawha Scales, and it has been great, you guys. Thank you so much. It's hard to believe that all of this is happening here in Poca and going out all over the world. So thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure we'll be doing a lot of work together in the future, and we'll let everybody know about it, and you'll get lots of calls from students who want to work here, no doubt.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.